ask me what, I say it's fine, but you don't hear what's not in line. You scroll your phone, I count the time. You're here with me, but not in mind. I share a thought, you're not too fast. I tell a joke, you let it pass. You're not cruel, but not quite near. You hold my hand, but not my fear. I'm still here, but still missing. You say love, but stop listening. You sleep so still, I watch the wall. I speak in dreams, you miss them all. You say we're fine, I smile, delay. You kiss my hair, then drift away. We share a bed, but not the weight. You show up, but not too late. And I'm still here, but still fading. You hold the form, but not the meaning. I kept the depth, you kept the name. We stay in touch, but not the same. You don't stay, you're in the room but far away. I'm still here, still reaching through. You love the shell, but not the truth. You hold my hands, but miss my eyes. And that's the part I can't disguise. I kept it in, the wait begins. You left your jacket by the chair. I touched the sleeve, you're not there. The words I saved I couldn't show. They broke me down, you'll never know. If I had said it out that night, would we have kept the fire alive? Too much to hold, it slipped away. The love I gave could never stay. I broke my hands to fit the mold, but all I kept was too much to hold. The glass still shakes, the table's bare. I trace your name still in the air. The notes I wrote will never land. They fall apart inside my hands. If I had broken down my pride, would you be standing by my side? Too much to hold, it slipped away. The love I gave could never stay. I broke my hands to fit the mold, but all I cared was too much to hold. I begged the night to turn around, but silence grew the only sound. And even if I tried again, the ending still would feel the same. Too much to hold, it breaks me still. The love I kept, I cannot feel. I broke my hands to fit the mold, but all I cared was too much to hold. Too much to hold. I passed your street without a plan. The light was green, but my hands ran. Your hoodie's there in the back seat, still folded right like you might need. You said we'd ride through every town. Now I just turn the volume down. I still drive with both hands tied, taking roads we lit at night. But the air feels sharp and wide without your voice to fill the ride. I stop at lights you never see. I check my mirror like you'd be. They say to heal, just change the view, but all these streets still feel like you. You used to talk at every turn. Now silence sits and lets it burn. I still drive with songs we knew. Windows crack like I miss you, but no one's there good about you first, before the noise, before it hurt. You said the right words on time. You made me feel like I was fine. I stayed close, you leaned away. You gave short what I gave days. You swam wide, but never deep. I dreamed of things you didn't keep. I felt good about you, I really did. I told my heart you meant it, but you held back while I leaned in. I lost the part I used to win. You like control, I like the mess. You gave just enough to guess. I shared my days, you shared the view. You stayed safe, I moved through. You knew my hope, but let it die. You closed your door, I said goodbye. I felt good about you for too long. I made you right, even when wrong. You took my trust like it was light, but I still held with both hands tight. You never asked, but I still gave. Now I'm the one who walks away. I felt good about you, and that's the ache. You gave me almost, but let me break. You were the hope I tied a truth, but I lost that when I lost you. The night fell slow, you let me go. I kept your jacket on the chair. The scent of you is still right there. I told myself I'd be okay, but I'm not sure if I was fair. I said I wouldn't break down, but I feel it now. The last place we stood still burns like fire in my chest. If I could, I would erase the way you left. The last place we stood. I walk the streets we used to know. Each corner pulls me back again. I swore I'd try to let you go, but the memory won't bend. I said I wouldn't break down, but I feel it now. The last place we stood still burns like fire in my chest. If I could, I would erase the way you left. you for a reason. Would you turn around, or was it always ending before the sound? Last place we stood still burns like fire in my chest. If I could, I would erase the way you are. The last place we stood. The night fell slow, you let me go. I saw your name in someone's smile, I knew you left a while ago. Your jacket's gone from my backseat. You found a hand that feels more complete. I still rewind what we once had, but life moves on without a map. I hope she's kind when you forget to close your heart or clean regret. I hope she laughs when morning's slow and tells you things you need to know. I'm not okay, but that's alright. I wouldn't wish you less than light. You loved me once, and maybe still, but time ain't bent our better will. I hold no grudge, just something thin, a line you crossed without coming in. I hope she's kind in all the ways I couldn't be on heavier days. I hope she stays when storms begin and never asks who I have been. Some loves don't have someone to blame, they just break without a flame. I hope she's kind, not perfect, no, but warm enough to let you grow. I hope she sees what I still do. You're worth the love I never knew. The night was long, I didn't call. The words I missed were none at all. You asked me once if I was scared, I bit my tongue, I left it bare. The truth was closed, but I stayed still, afraid of love I couldn't feel. If I had said what I believed, would you have stayed instead of leave? missed. I keep your shirt in folded lines. The fabric fades with passing time. I dream you back in fragile ways, but wake to nights that never change. If I had broken down my pride, maybe you'd still be by my side. The words I missed, they haunt me now. I should have tried, but I don't know how. The space we made turned into this, a love erased by words I missed. I wrote them down but never spoke. The weight of silence made us broke. And though the truth still burns my chest, I'm left with nothing but regret. The words I missed, they haunt my days. A love I lost in quiet ways. I'd give it all for one last kiss, but all I hold are words I missed. The night was long, I didn't call. The words I missed were none at all. I told you without saying it, we'd be, but you never heard what wasn't loud. You smiled with your lips, not your eyes, and I kept pretending not to notice. You held my waist like you were checking if I was still there, not if I was okay. I tried to speak in soft ways, but maybe you only feel when it breaks. I felt it in full color, you saw it black and white. I reached, but you leaned back. I stayed while you paced inside. You never felt it loud, but I did. I left my favorite version of myself in that room where you never looked closely. Maybe you don't remember the words, but I do, and they were mine, not yours. I felt it in full color, you saw it like a frame. I burned while you dimmed the flame. You never felt it loud, but I still do. And that is why I left. I felt it in full color, you saw it like a frame. I burned while you dimmed the flame. You never felt it loud, but I still do. You said we'd figure it out, but you were already halfway out. I saw it in the way you stopped reaching for my hand. You smiled like you didn't lie, but your eyes couldn't hold mine. I knew it in the quiet when you didn't ask me to stay. You never needed words to hurt, you just needed silence first. You knew, and you let me love you anyway. You knew, and you watched me break each day. You kissed me, knowing it was the end, but you didn't say a single thing. You knew, and you let me sing alone. You laughed at all my fears, then left me crying in the rear view. Your jacket's still on my chair, but you never look back here. I waited by the door, thought maybe you'd turn around, but your silence was louder than goodbye. You knew, and you let me hold on too long. You knew, but you needed me to feel strong. You left me without saying a word, and still I wrote you into every song. You knew, but you never chose me. You held my hand like I might pull away. We never talked about forever, but you looked at me like you thought about it. I learned what not to say by watching how you blinked and I called it love because it felt like trying. You felt almost safe, almost still, almost mine, but I was almost home, and that's not where love should live. I waited for you to notice how much I disappeared. You kissed me like it was routine, and I memorized it anyway. I wanted someone who didn't flinch at closeness. You were almost right, but that almost bruised me, and I'm done looking for a love I have to shrink for. I wanted to belong, not to fit. almost right, but that almost bruised me, and I'm not looking for a love I have to shrink for. I wanted to belong, not to fit. I don't need to check the time. The sky already told me, and I'm not coming back. Our neighbors turn off their lights one by one, like they always do, but I still leave mine on, hoping the glow might pull you home, or at least make the silence feel less personal. You're the last light on my street, the one that used to wait for me. Every night felt like a promise until it didn't. Now every step I take towards sleep is a step away from who I was with you. I passed your friend on Tuesday. She said your name like it still belonged to me, but we both knew you gave it back without asking if I was ready. I still can't find that green shirt, the one you said felt like summer. Maybe you took it, or maybe I lost it, trying to forget. It's not the leaving that hurts the most, it's how quiet the world gets when someone forgets how to love you. So I keep the hallway light on, nothing moves. Just so I don't disappear completely. So I keep the hallway light on, not for you, just so I don't disappear completely. I used to trace your headlights across the walls. Now I pull the curtains before the street gets dark. I used to think you'd knock one more time. Used to believe the sound of tires meant you changed your mind. But belief starts to rot when you water it too long. I kept waiting until it turned into staying. I don't wait at the window anymore. Don't listen for footsteps I know won't come. Don't leave the porch light burning. I don't leave pieces of me in the door frame. The air feels lighter now, like rooms breathe easier without the weight of hope. Sometimes letting go is quieter than staying. I don't wait at the window anymore. Don't measure the distance by heartbeats. Don't dream in past tense. Or maybe I close the curtain, but open the door, and that's enough, enough. I used to write your name in every song, then cross it out before it got too long. I thought I'd never feel that way again, but lately it's different with him. He doesn't try too hard to read my mind. He laughs at things I thought no one would find. I used to hold back every word I meant, but now I'm not afraid to let them in. It's not the same, but maybe that's the point. I'm open again, not all the way, but it's more than yesterday. He looks at me like he sees through, not the version I gave you. And it's not perfect, but it's real. A little scary, but it heals. I'm open again, and this time it feels like mine. He doesn't ask about the ones before, just walks me past their memory at the door. It's quiet, but it's not empty space. It's a new kind of grace. I thought my heart had made its final choice, but then he held me like he heard my voice. I'm open again, not all the way, but enough to wanna stay. He looks at me without a past, and I feel safe in that. It's not perfect, but it's real. A little scary, but it heals. I'm open again, and maybe that's enough. And maybe that's enough. I don't know how to say it, so I haven't, but I Schmidt before someone else does. You talk about someone who made you feel seen, and I love because I want that to be me. You sit too close and I forget every reason why I shouldn't tell you now. You said don't keep secrets, but this one's kinda soft and shaped like your name. I like you, like breakfast for dinner, like dancing in socks, like laughing too much.